Well, Hattie has a lot going on. She has things that she's venturing into, and I would just encourage everybody to stay tuned. Don't think because my dear going to sleep, Hattie gonna be asleep. No, 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 no. No, ma'am. It ain't going down like that. You can best believe I'm gonna be right here, and you gonna know it when it's time for you to come on and be where you supposed to be at. That's what's happening with that. Ain't that nice? Yeah, ain't that nice? Ain't that nice? Yeah, yeah.
All right. I think I can open this video by saying, all right, Hattie fans, aka Patrice Lovely. I think this is my first time actually watching an interview with her. I'm just used to seeing her as the character that I seen pictures of what she really looks like. I just never saw her talking as Patrice, not Hattie. So this was interesting. But this was a clip you just saw from an interview from 2019, early 2019, February, during the promotional for the Madea family funeral. And, people have been bringing up, Bam and Hattie, because in recent videos, I've been talking about, some of the more recent Madea films and stuff like that, and how to a certain extent, I kind of don't really care for some particular characters, not because I dislike them, but I feel like for me personally, their stick, what's it called? Their stick, their running gag, the thing they're known for, to me, got a bit old. And I know people love some Hattie. My mom will slap me in the mouth if I say anything bad about Hattie. Like, boy, is she funny. What are you talking about? But now we do agree that Love Thy Neighbor during those first couple early seasons, it was great. But then after that, I mean, yeah, there was a bit of overacting and whatnot, but there was a certain charm to it. But then after that, it got a bit, even though I still love me some Drew. She fine as I don't know what. So, should Hattie return? I mean, the clip itself, the interviewer asked, so what's Hattie up to after a Madea family funeral? And, there wasn't really a specific answer on what Hattie... Look, you know me, I'm a stickler for like, ooh, I wonder what's the character up to now that the show or movie has ended. But that's a fair answer for Patrice to give, because at that point, perhaps Tyler didn't write anything for Hattie. Like, to be honest, I'm about to record a video now about Bam on House of Pain. No, just so you know, it's not confirmed for Bam to be on House of Pain, but I feel like there is a place for her if Tyler Perry so wrote it. I honestly don't know Bam's full family connection, so I can't sit up here and say that Bam is like Ella's auntie or something, even though that'll be extremely easy to write into the series. But what do I know? I think Hattie could work. I feel like Hattie's had her own show already, so I don't think another one is necessary. I think Hattie's one of those characters where she works better as a feature or a part of an ensemble as opposed to headlining her own self. I mean, who's to say Tyler doesn't have like a animated Hattie movie or series coming out, or her own BET Plus series? I jokingly say BET Plus because it seems like Disney Plus, obviously the MCU is giving series to, all these kind of like secondary tier characters so their stories can, evolve before we get to the next phase of movies. So I honestly ought to do a video like that where I think Tyler could do great if done right. Don't rush it, but if done right, give shows to like, Joe or Floyd, Hattie or whatever, and then let them become, again, the MCU, the Madea Cinematic Universe. That would be great. Madea was the Tony Stark, the Iron Man that started it all. But I don't know. I mean, Tyler Perry's doing a lot of stuff, so it might not ever happen. Plus, when you think about it, technically he's already done the universe. It's just not as concrete as the MCU in terms of the continuity. Sure, there are a lot of Easter eggs, but Tyler Perry does have, plays, movies, shows. The MCU has, the movies, now the Disney Plus series, technically shows, and then of course the tie-in comics. So, there are multiple avenues. So I do feel like there is a place for Hattie somewhere. I'm personally am not in a rush to see her. However, I'm pretty damn sure myself, as well as some of you all, could come up with great scenarios for her to pop in. So I don't think a full show is necessary, but I don't think Tyler's done with Medea. I do. I know. I feel like a lot of people were asking the question, "Where's Hattie in the farewell play?" Like a lot of people were wondering where Hattie was. I don't know. I I feel like if Brown and Cora weren't in that film, that play, I think Hattie would have been there. That's what I think. I think because Hattie wasn't like crucial to the. She wasn't. She's more of a newer character. But what about Bam? Well, Ella was actually in a lot of the earlier plays, so it makes sense that even though Ella wasn't there, you would have Bam there. I feel like maybe there's a limit on how many elderly people they needed, but I don't know. You could let me know your thoughts. But if you want Hattie back, how would you want the character brought back into the Tyler Perry spotlight? A movie, a show, a play? Let's talk about it. And thanks so much for tuning in. As always, guys, if you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App. And with that being said, I'll talk to you soon.